Hello, first graders. We are back for our second session of our historical fiction book, The Book Boats In. Think back to yesterday. Yesterday we read the beginning of the story. Okay, let's think about what happened in the beginning of the story. I'm going to show you the pictures to help you remember. And then you're going to retell the story to mom and dad or someone in your family. And he finds that red book. And there's Pa coming back to get him. Okay. Can you retell the beginning of the story to mom and dad or brother and sister? Think about who the characters are and what the main character's problem is. Okay, turn and tell somebody right now. Okay, let's work on retelling it together and see if you remembered to include these ideas in your retelling. Okay. Jesse King was a little boy who lived a long time ago in the 1800s. One day, he and his father drove to town. His father had to get an axe handle. When they got there, Jesse saw the book boat, where there was a library and bookstore that visited every once in a while. When he saw it, he ran excitedly to the boat and asked Mr. Edwards if he could come on board. Inside, a red book, the Swiss Family Robinson, Jesse's favorite, caught his eye, and he wanted to buy it. When his father returned to bring him home, he asked his father if he could get it. And his father said, "No, I'm sorry. The axe handle cost more than I thought it would. Not today." But on the way home, Jesse's father suggested that maybe he could earn some money to buy the book before the boat returned the following week. Did you include some of those main points, most of them? I hope so. Okay, so we made some predictions about how you think Jesse is going to solve his problem. What were your predictions? Let's see if your predictions are correct. Let's find out what happens in the middle of the story. What does it look like Jesse's doing? Yeah, it looks like he's at home emptying out his bag full of coins and maybe counting the money that he has. Back home, Jesse climbed up to his sleeping loft and took his treasure box from a little shelf nailed to the wall. In the box, there was a sparkly stone, a brass button with an eagle on it, and a little leather pouch that held 3 copper pennies. 2 he'd earned picking apples, and 1 he'd found on the street, and a silver dime given to him on his 10th birthday by Grandfather King. 13 cents. He needed How many more did he need? Let's see if you can figure that out. Do you remember how much the book cost? Yes, the book cost 20 cents. And how much money does Jesse have? Yep, he has a dime that's worth 10 cents. Let's count on. 10, and then pennies are worth how much? 1. So we say 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, Jesse only had 13 cents. So if the book cost 20 cents and Jesse had 13 cents, how much more money did Jesse need? There's a word problem for you, a math problem. Do we add or do we subtract? You're right, we subtract. 20 minus 13. Well, an easy way we can figure that out, that's kind of a hard problem to do in your head, but if you say 13 and then count how many fingers more, how many fingers you need to hold up until you get to 20. Let's try it. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, Jesse needs 7 more cents rather, so that he can get 20 cents in order to buy the book. What does it look like Jesse is doing in this picture? You're right. He looks like he's working. Where do you think he's working? What does it look like? Where is he? You're right. It looks like it's a store of some kind. And why do you think he's there? Why is he working? Why is he sweeping the floors? You're right. To earn some extra money. He's taking Pa's advice. He's taking his father's advice and trying to earn some extra money by doing chores. On Monday, after school, Jesse went to the general store. "Do you have any work I could do?" he asked the owner, Mrs. Blake. She thought for a moment. "I haven't had time to sweep the floor today," she said. "I can do that," Jesse said. Jesse swept every inch of the store's floor. He even swept the porch and wiped the front windows with a rag he found behind the counter. When he was finished, Mrs. Blake paid him a penny for the sweeping and an extra half-penny for the windows. So do you know that a long time ago, there was a coin called a half-penny that was actually worth half of 1 cent? We don't have any half pennies anymore. But Jesse got paid 1.5 cents for sweeping and washing the windows. Jesse worked every day after school. He cleaned harnesses at the livery stable, chopped wood for the tavern, and ran 2 errands for Dr. Porter. So now he's working at the horse stable, cleaning harnesses. Harnesses are those things that you put over a horse's neck that you attach the reins to when you hook the horse to a wagon. When he went home, he had chores and studying to do. There was no time to play, but Jesse didn't mind. By the end of the week, he had 17.5 cents. Does he have enough? How many cents does he need to buy that book? 20 cents. And how much money does he have? 17.5 cents. He needs 2.5 more cents. Right, how do you know that Jesse really loves to read? How do you know that reading is so important to him? Can you turn and tell mom and dad? What does Jesse do that shows that reading is so important to him? Can you turn and tell mom and dad or brother and sister your ideas? How do you know Jesse really, really loves books and loves to read? You are right. He is willing to give up his playtime. He has no time to play. He has to work outside the house to earn extra money, and then he has to come home and he has jobs to do at home. He has chores and he has homework. But that's how much Jesse wants that book. That's how important it is to him. When he went home, he had chores and studying to do. There was no time to play, but Jesse didn't mind. By the end of the week, he had 17.5 cents. It's not near enough, he told Ma. But maybe if I tell Mr. Edwards how hard I've worked, he'll sell me the book for that much. So Jesse knows he doesn't have enough, but he's hoping that Mr. Edwards will sell him the book for 17.5 cents. Saturday morning after breakfast, Jesse said, "Can we go into town?" "Chores first," Pa said. "There are potatoes to be dug and stones to be cleared from that patch I want to plant next." Jesse worked all morning and into the afternoon, stopping only for a short noon meal. At last, Pa said, "That's enough for today. Let's wash, and I'll hitch up Jack." Jesse scrubbed his hands and face. He stuffed the leather pouch into his pocket, then climbed up on the wagon seat beside Pa. All the way to town, Jesse felt fidgety, inside and out. What if the boat didn't come today? What if it had already come and gone? "Can't Jack go any faster?" he asked. "Don't worry," Pa said, patting Jesse's knee. "We'll get there." Okay. I'm going to read the sentence again that has the word fidgety and the sentences following it. And I want to see if you can tell me what you think that word fidgety means. I'm going to read it one more time. All the way to town, Jesse felt fidgety, inside and out. What if the boat didn't come today? What if it had already come and gone? "Can't Jack go any faster?" he asked. What do you think fidgety means? And what words give you a clue as to what it means? Words that give us a clue, or phrases that give us clues. Can't Jack go any faster? If he wants Jack to go faster, how is Jesse feeling? If he wants the horse to go faster, yeah, he can't wait. He's impatient. He can't wait to get there. And he's also what? What other emotion or feeling does Jesse have right now? He's impatient, he can't wait, and what do these sentences tell you about how he feels? What if the boat didn't come today? What if it had already come and gone? Yeah, he's worried. Do you know another word for worried about something that might happen or could happen? Yeah, he's anxious. He's anxious about getting there because he's afraid that the boat is going to leave and he's not going to have the chance to buy the book after working so hard all week. Okay, so fidgety means sort of restless, anxious, worried. It has to do with being worried and being impatient. and it means that you're sort of like moving around and wiggling around and jumping all over the place. Have you ever been fidgety? Have you ever been impatient and kept bugging your mom or dad about something? When is this gonna happen? I can't wait. Have you ever done that? Let's make a text to self connection. Turn and tell mom and dad or the person next to you about a time that you felt fidgety and impatient or anxious and you couldn't wait for something to happen. Okay, maybe you'll have a chance to share that with me in our discussion on Friday. All right, so now we are going to stop right here. We just read the middle of the story. And tomorrow will be our last reading, and that's the third session where we will read the ending of the story. Okay, we're going to stop here today, boys and girls. See you next time. Bye.